Hey there, you mean DC fans, and welcome if you're new. I'm Mantis, and today I'm going to check out the next issue of Absolute Martian Manhunter and what happens to a detective when he loses the only partner who could keep him sane. Well, a descent into a psychological house of mirrors, of course. The agency had captured the Green Martian. John's new partner, Despero, may not have the best of intentions. And this issue asks a terrifying question. Is the world truly falling apart, or is John's mind just finally reaching its breaking point? Let's find out now. We pick back up as the agency still has the Green Martian, but with him still keeping his mouth shut, they decide to move to Vivisection to see exactly how he works, all the while still trying to reach out to John for help. But will John be able to hear him with the sparrow in his head? John hasn't seen the Martian in about a week, and so he decides to go looking for him. At first, he revisits the woman who had dreamed of cheating, and her husband isn't too happy about the current state of their relationship. And we can see here Despero confirms this, as there is no trust or respect between the two. No leads here, unfortunately, and although John tries to play the part of the FBI agent, things with Despero are tough. He always sees the worst in people, or as he puts it, truth. The next lead is a man with hidden families, multiple of them, and they're hidden from each other. He mistakenly had sent a photo to the wrong one. Well, we know how that's going to end. John does still try to comfort him some, but again, it's hard to do anything with Despero's constant unwanted input. He's like a little devil on his shoulder. The Green Martian would have no doubt tried to help these people. But now, through Despair's eyes, John can only see them as inevitable failures waiting to happen. Even his life is possibly in the crosshairs. Despero frames himself as John's only true friend, the one who will tell him the honest truth, that hope is a delusion. John's investigation leads him next to a murderer on death row. The inmate imagines how it's going to feel and what his last words might be, his final thought, even. All this in front of an audience in a theater to watch him die, which he still can't get his head wrapped around that. And John, realizing he's not going to get any answers from him, leaves. But on his way out, his phone rings, reminding him of a marriage therapist appointment he has with Bridget and Dr. Tapp. Tyler starts to play the operation game on the Martian again. Corresponding, the agency doesn't just want to kill the Martian, they want to see how his hope works. Again, they're in this vivisecting process. It's all metaphysical, of course, but those good ideas do start to manifest out of him. These good ideas are more of a psychic metaphysical projection of what the Martian is made up of. And one of the agents decides to inhale one, but his mind isn't equipped to interpret and explodes. How long can the Green Martian hold on like this? John, racing through Middleton to make it to the appointment, is constantly hounded by Despero, while Tyler continues working on him as well from the game. He apologizes for being late, as Bridget and Tyler are already there, but something seems off. Even Despero says he should have swerved into oncoming traffic to avoid what's coming next. The operation game motif continues here, and Tyler does play the game. The figure on the board alternates between the Martian being physically torn apart and John being mentally dismantled. It's clear this wasn't ever a marriage counseling session, more of an intervention. And as it continues, every time the buzzer sounds in Tyler's room, we feel the psychic shockwaves hitting John. Despero strikes at John's core identity next. He triggers a flashback, suggesting John's career was built on a bribe, that he was sent to Middleton as punishment, not a choice. And whether this is real memory or it's a lie from Despero, it doesn't really matter. That seed of self-loathing has been planted. Tyler now, with the white smoke coming from him, continues the game, hitting something on the Green Martian, and a massive flood of metaphysical butterflies erupt from the Martian and are ultimately burnt up by an agent with a flamethrower. John has seemingly had it and is about to leave the session, asking where Tyler is. But Dr. Trapp continues to press, and Bridget, despite everything she saw during the Middleton crisis, she's kind of convinced that John is having a schizophrenic break. Bridget even going so far as to bring up John carrying a gun, and he may even hurt Tyler. Of course, he carries a gun for his job, but she goes on, and I kind of feel for her, since she didn't exactly know what to do except to try and get John some help. But Despero won't let him see that side. He continues to tell John it's all because of her. The agents continue their work on the Martian, clean up the dead butterflies, all except one that escaped. With Despero continuing to peel back the layers, John gets physical and grabs Bridget's arm. He's convinced that someone is controlling her. Despero tells John he can show him the truth, since his Martian vision is on the fritz. But with the Despero vision, he starts to notice the white smoke through the room and the hallway and runs to try and find Tyler. The mask finally slips as John finds Tyler, white smoke emanating from him, and Tyler has become a full-blown conduit for the White Martian. The white Martian smoke is erupting from his eyes, infecting the air, while Bridget stands behind him, claiming that her son has finally found his voice, talking all the time to her, sometimes in her head. Yeah, because that's normal, and you think John's the crazy one. The orderlies enter and try to grab John, but he slips away. John flees, but he isn't running from the clinic. He's running from his own mind. The world becomes a dreamlike fugue where the dialogue stops making sense. A persistent cracking echoes through his mind, signaling that the structural integrity of John's reality has reached its breaking point. We see that the White Martian has full control over Tyler, as well as Bridget. Now at the hotel, though, John only has despair to comfort him. And the agency has what they need, because by torturing the Martian, they've uncovered a psychic tether that leads them straight to John. They aren't just hunting an alien anymore. They're hunting the host. And the trap is closing. The agency is descending with helicopters, and John just sits in the dark with despair. The question isn't if he can stop the agency. It's as if there's enough of John Jones left that he even wants to. All right, guys. Thanks for staying with me through that whole video. This issue's kind of picking up now with Despero taking the place of the Green Martian. There's still a glimmer of hope maybe out there. We'll see. It's looking real bad for John, but who knows what could happen next. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the bell notification so you'll know that when we release any new videos, whether it's in the Absolute Universe or any other of the series we have going on. The KO tournament is wrapped up. We got a playlist of all 40-something of those, or 40 of them. So check that out too. It's a great, great event that happened here recently. And until next time, later.